Hi, everybody. Oh, and welcome back. And by back, I don't mean back up, back down, or back out. I mean we're back by critical demand for another show. And the criticalness was the badness of the last show. So what I got to do here is they tell me I got to use these glasses so I can read the cue cards. You know, that's why I don't got these on. Okay. We'll get around to that though. First of all, I'd like to send out a big thank you to everybody who watched that first show. And we hope that the both of you come back for this show and everyone coming up, and we're going to make this show better than the last show, and the next one better than this one, and then the next one's better than, well, you know how it is. You got to go through all the bad ones to get to the good ones, so, I can hardly wait. But this is going to be done by upping everything. We're going to up the ante, up the pace, up the production, up your viewing pleasure. So the way we're going to do that is to streamline everything. Make sure that all our segments are viewer-friendly in length and information. We want to make sure that the audio is earnable, and we want to make sure that the dialogue in every segment is cohesive, coherent, concentric, and concisely to the point of, what was I saying? Oh, no, what I was saying was mistakes are going to get rid of them. Okay, because around here, mistakes are a lot like history. If you don't learn from it, you're bound to repeat. Repeat it. Now a word from our sponsor. You couldn't get that on both sides of the...
Cheese. 'Cause after all, you are what you eat. And this guy is really full of it. And now, a station break. You're watching the Thunderduck Channel on the YouTube network, bringing you the Dr. Sprocket Show.
Yeah, who cares? Hey, welcome to Feedback. First of all, we want to send out a shout out to Roz. She said she liked the show. It was entertained. She said she liked the record section of the show too. She said I had a few cute lines. You know what? That was totally inadvertent. I really wasn't trying to be cute. I don't remember it anyway. And then she said something about editing. That we should tighten up the editing. That's where you cut out the dead air, the bad parts, and all the unnecessary things, right? Yeah. Hey, then we wouldn't even have much of a show, would we? Hey, but I understand. That's all got to do with continuity. Because around here, continuity is a lot like respect. I don't got it, and I don't get it. Next, we have one from a K.O. Bossy, who says, more cow jokes. Hey, take my calf, please. And my wife had a beef over that one. You mad? Is she ever? Yeah, I might have to move. Anyway, Tom writes in. He says he likes the show. He's also a record collector, and like that part. And he also goes on to say that I seem to be totally out of my mind. Hey, how else can I do a show like this, huh? And he thinks we should do it weekly. I don't think it's possible to do it any weaker than we've done it. Then we have one from Acoustic Art Forum. And they say, next time we should just do the intro and the credits. And that way, I won't have to work so hard, and we won't have to put up with you. The next letter was from Bill. He liked the record section of the show. I wanted to know who the Deeds guys was referred to, and that was Thunderduck. Did we say that enough? Okay. And he said the rest of the show was akin to watching paint dry. Hey, if we can only get that level of excitement on all our shows, I think we'd be doing pretty good. Lastly, we have one from Rudy, who says he liked the show. He wanted to know what happened to the alternative sponsor, Mufti. Oh, yeah, that was back in the radio days, and, they said something about bad commercials, and so they dropped us. And, who'd have thunk? He also wants to know why the doc has so many different voices when he talks. Well, that's because this is an act, you know, I'm a character. And all good actors have to do different characters from show to show, from sketch to sketch, and so on. Sometimes you have to do more than one in a show. Hey, a good example of that would be somebody like Jerry Lewis, or Jeremy Irons, or Patty Duke, you know? It's got a lot to do with continuity, though. You know, because around here, continuity is a lot like deja vu. Or at least I think it is. Or I thought it was. Anyway, the last thing he says was, how come if you only had 2 views, you had 6 comments? Well, that's a mathematical interpolation that we'll have to postulate at some future episodical event. With that, we come to the end of Feedback.
Hey, hello everyone. Thanks for having me back. I'm going to give you the heavy hitters from my record collection right off the bat then. Here we have the mono copy of Introducing the Beatles on VJ Records. Yes, it's on the original label with the original sleeve. Complete with Please Please Me and Ask Me Why, which is different from the stereo bootleg, which has Love Me Do and P.S. I Love You on it. An interesting little thing. The next few are all monaural copies on the original Capitol rainbow label, complete with the original sleeves. This one being Beatles 65, a very good album, by the way. Then we have the Help soundtrack, gatefold copy. Then I have Rubber Soul, of course the American version with not enough songs on it. Revolver, same deal. And the heaviest hitter of all the mono records I have, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Woohoo! Yes, it has the original inserts. Now we move on to the White Album. And, well, a few others just before that. We have another Capitol record. This is a stereo copy, a cutout copy, by the way, of Magical Mystery Tour. The full gatefold with the book and everything in it. Then I have a import copy of Yellow Submarine, which has quite a few goodies on it. This one is on the British Apple label. Then I have 2 copies of the White Album. This one being the original embossed copy. See the little Beatles and you can touch it. With a number on it, folks. And that number is A0399868. For those of you at home keeping score. This one is a second copy of the White Album. And the only reason I have this one is because it's on white vinyl and it's a Capitol reissue on their Capitol purple label. And we go on to Abbey Road, which is also an import, but it is on green vinyl, folks. Next and least, we have Let It Be. This, yes, is the original gatefold copy and with the red Apple label. And last but not least, I have this. No, it's not a record. It's an American Greetings highbrow birthday card. Okay? See? And it says, look and feel at least 10 years younger on your birthday. It's easy. You can create a youthful image in 2 easy steps. This was big in the 60s, folks. It says, take down your autographed picture of Rudolph Valentino and hang this one up instead. Okay, folks, hope I get this all in the picture. Yes, it's an autographed poster. Al, thank you very much for putting up with me. We'll see you next time.
Hey, everybody. Hey, we want to send a big thank you out to everyone who came to the show today. And we want to make sure that we mention our new alternate sponsors. First of all, we have Mickey's Frickin' Chicken. If it ain't fried, I lied. Hey, boy. And then we have Waterboy's Restaurant, home of the Gurgle Burger. Hey, look, just like I liked it. Hey, where's the cheese? Oh, it's on the side? Hey, you're right. Just a minute, folks. Hey. Oh. Did you meet my cockatoon? Okay, other than Freddy Finger, I think we're pretty happy here. Yeah. So this is the epilogue of the show. We want to thank everyone who made it impossible for us to be here, and I'd like to say that people do still come up to me and ask me, "Is your name really Sprocket?" To which I say, "What's it to you?" And they also ask me, why do I wear this big long coat all the time? You know, it's cold down here. Anyway, we're going to tell you all that it was real good of you to switch back to our channel and camembert to our show. And that's just a shout out to the cheese sponsor. Then the rude, crude dude will return. So, once again, thanks for tuning in. And this is the doctor saying, I'm just jerking your chain.